Hey guys, it's your girl Shamika and welcome back to Live Love Life and Travel. I'm coming to you again still from sunny California, visiting friends for about a month or so and then heading back to Thailand. Today let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. That's all I know. Anyway, sex while traveling. I want to say this, like a lot of travel bloggers don't like hit on this, and I think like maybe I'm just a dirty girl, like maybe I just have a dirty mind, but no, it's not that. Sex is pretty rampant when you travel, when you're backpacking through Southeast Asia, or maybe when you're backpacking anywhere. And I think it's because, like I said in my last video, when you're traveling, it is this sort of free-spirited, open-minded, anything goes, walls down, just adventure atmosphere, and I think it's sort of ripe for love. It is also really ripe for lust. People are there to sort of experiment and find themselves, and so opening up and sort of experimenting with their sexuality is a part of that. I want to say first off that I'm a really sexually open person. I think exploring your sexuality is a good thing. My mom would not agree with that, but I think it's nothing wrong with it, as long as you're okay with that. A lot of people come to Southeast Asia to find peace and serenity and to center themselves and learn about meditation and eating healthy, and that's a big part of a lot of why people come down here, especially Chiang Mai. It's a mecca for vegans and vegetarians. But I think a lot of people also come down here to party. It's sort of that rite of passage, almost like, I don't know what it's called when like Mormons or not Mormons, you know, the people that don't use electricity and, you know, don't drive cars. I don't know, I'll put it in a box. But when they get to like explore, you know, go a little wild for a little bit, and then they can decide whether to go back into that religion or the lifestyle or to live in the evil world, you know. It's kind of like that. Like people have this mindset like when they reach a certain age, they have to be like an adult and they have to have a career and a wife and a husband and kids and a dog and a picket fence, and so they feel like this is their moment in their youth, which I don't agree with, by the way. I think that you can live your life how you want no matter what age you are, but there's a lot of people with that mindset of, I only have this a certain amount of time to sort of be wild and do what I want before I have to be like a boring, stuffy old adult working in a cubicle. So they use this moment to sort of just like go crazy and to drink and party and to drugs and to fuck. Like, so I think that's another reason why it is so rampant. Like backpackers are the like biggest sluts, so please use a condom, wrap it up. And I think the same for girls, but I also think for girls too, like it's a time to sort of explore their sexuality. Like a lot of girls, you know, they use that moment to sort of like hand in their lesbian card and say like, I want to see if I like this or if I like that, if I like girls, if I don't know. Like I see that a lot where girls, they explore sexually with girls for the first time while traveling. So I just think like it's, I don't know, and I don't think it's anything bad. I think it's the same thing, that's the same atmosphere that makes it so easy to find sort of that love or that passion with someone, even if it's temporary or fleeting. I think it's the same thing where you're just like, oh my gosh, like I'm in fucking Thailand and this is amazing, and look at this view and look at these mountains and look at these people and smell the food, and it's just so fun and I'm so free, and it's just, you know, it's so easy to sort of open up, you know, emotionally and mentally to someone, and then it becomes easy to sort of open up physically too. So from my standpoint, I don't think there's absolutely anything wrong with it. It depends on who you are. Like if you're going to regret something, and this is how I feel about anything, if you're going to I always think about the consequences of my action, even if I know like I'm gonna go drinking and tomorrow I'm gonna feel like shit. I know that already, and then I tax myself, is it worth it? So if you're already gonna go into it knowing that you're gonna regret this, don't do it. Like if you're someone who's gonna like feel really bad about yourself and cry and like just don't do it. But if you are only feeling bad about yourself because of other people's or societal moral standards that they put on you, you need to shake that off, and you need to shake that off in every aspect You need to shake that off in every aspect of your life and live your life by your own rules and live your life the way you want to live your life. But if you know that you're just generally not that person, and don't do it. Don't let anybody pressure you into doing it. So be true to you. But if you are that person, if you are that girl or that guy who wants to use that moment to experiment or just be free and to express yourself sexually, then go for it and don't let anybody make you feel like shit about it. Please, 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 for the love of God, use a condom, please. You do not want to be bringing back chlamydia or a baby back from your Thailand holiday. Like, you don't want, nobody wants that. So use a condom, be safe, don't put yourself in any situation, especially women, men too, but women, like, don't put yourself in a situation where you're like the only girl in a room with 13 guys, unless that's what you're into, and that's totally fine. But if you're not, don't put yourself in that situation. Be careful. Don't ingest anything or take anything without your friends, without people you know who's gonna have your back and care about you. Just be safe and use common sense. This is just like a fun video that I wanted to do. It's nothing like too serious or anything. I just wanted to touch on it because I feel like other travel bloggers don't touch on it really, and I feel like they also don't touch on the fact that there's rampant drug use and drinking when you travel too. So I also want to talk about that. So I'm like, if you're gonna talk about it, talk about all aspects of it. I feel like, in my opinion, that Southeast Asia is sort of this yin and yang. You can go there and you can just like be completely healthy and completely centered and meditate and find yourself, just clear your mind and become a more spiritually well-rounded person. And then on the flip side, you can just completely lose your mind. I like a little bit of both, but I don't think exploring your sexuality is a bad thing at all. I think as long as you're safe and as long as you're doing it by your accord, by you doing it the way you want to do it, then I think it's perfectly fine. So yeah, bring lots of condoms when you go over. Like, I mean, I remember the first time I went to Thailand, I literally had like, you know, those little makeup bags. I'm sorry if I'm sweating because it's really hot in this room. And this is the only room in my friend's house that has like decent lighting. Like, when I first went to Thailand, I had like a little makeup bag like just full of condoms, and I'm not like a slut or anything. I just like, I like to be safe and I like to make sure I'm okay. And so bring enough condoms, you know, visit your like Planned Parenthood or whatever your clinic is, get your STD test before you go, get your ST test when you get back. Bring plenty of condoms, girls, get on the birth control, whatever that you kind of birth control that you prefer. And like I said, make sure you got friends with you when you go out, have your back, like, be safe and just do you and be you, and don't fucking feel bad about it. Don't give two fucks what anybody else thinks. This is the time for you to just live your life and do it the way you want to do it. Oh, I also wanted to say this for girls or for guys, that there is Plan B available in Thailand, but don't let yourself get into that situation. But it is available if you need it. And STD tests are also available in Thailand, but they're not available like everywhere, I don't think. I think at like some of the more main or bigger hospitals that they are available. So if you need like an emergency STD test, you can do that too. Hopefully no one gets to that point, but if you do, it is available. Yeah, that's it. So if anybody have any questions, please feel free to leave it at the bottom. If anybody has any general comments or any stories of their own, any like wild and sexy nights that they had in Thailand, feel free to comment at the bottom. If you like this video, like it. If you want to continue to follow my journey, please feel free to subscribe. And thank you from Live, Love, Life, and Travel.
And you perceive me through the brightest flash of